Think, the human brain? Only 1% of people can score a perfect 20 out of 20 on this expert level quiz. Let's find out if you are one of them. Question number 1. Which brain lobe contains the primary visual cortex? Correct answer is occipital lobe. The primary visual cortex is located in the occipital lobe at the back of the brain. It receives and processes visual information from your eyes, allowing you to recognize shapes, colors, and movement. Which structure connects the left and right cerebral hemisphere? Correct answer is corpus callosum. The corpus callosum is a thick bundle of over 200 million nerve fibers that allows both halves of the brain to communicate and work together. Which cranial nerve is responsible for the sense of smell? Correct answer is olfactory nerve. The olfactory nerve is a cranial nerve one. It carries smell signals from the nose directly to the brain. Which brain structure is primarily responsible for forming new long term memories? The correct answer is hippocampus. The hippocampus plays a vital role in converting short term memories into long term memories. Damage to this region can make it difficult to form new memories. Which gland secretes melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate the sleep wake cycle? Correct answer is pineal gland. The pineal gland produces and secretes melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate the body's sleep wake cycle, circadian rhythm. Melatonin levels usually rise in the evening as it gets dark, helping you feel sleepy, and decrease during daylight, promoting wakefulness. You are halfway through. How many have you answered correctly so far? The next questions are even more challenging, so don't give up. Which lobe contains the primary auditory cortex? Correct answer is temporal lobe. The primary auditory cortex processes sound information and is located in the temporal lobe. Which cells forms the myelin sheath in the central nervous system? Correct answer is oligodendrocytes. Oligodendrocytes produce the insulating myelin sheath around nerve fibers in the brain and spinal cord, helping nerve signals travel rapidly. Which neurotransmitter deficiency is most closely associated with Parkinson's disease? Right answer is dopamine. Parkinson's disease results from the loss of dopamine producing neurons in a region called the substantia nigra. Which structure acts as the brain's main sensory relay station except for smell? Correct answer is thalamus. The thalamus receives and forwards nearly all sensory informations to the appropriate areas of the cerebral cortex. Broca's area is mainly involved in. Correct answer is producing speech. Broca's area helps us speak clearly by controlling the muscles used in speech production. Wernicke's area is primarily responsible for. Correct answer is speech comprehension. This area allows us to understand spoken and written language. Which artery supplies most of the lateral surface of the cerebral hemisphere? Correct answer is middle cerebral artery. It supplies regions responsible for movement, sensation, speech, and language. Which meningeal layer lies directly on the surface of the brain? Correct answer is pia mater. Pia mater is the delicate innermost membrane that closely follows every fold of the brain. Which ventricle is located between the two thalami? Correct answer is third ventricle. The third ventricle is a narrow cavity filled with cerebrospinal fluid and lies between the left and right thalami. Which part of the brainstem contains the respiratory rhythmicity centers that help regulates breathing? Right answer is medulla oblongata. The medulla contains vital centers that regulate breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. Which lobe contains the primary somatosensory cortex? Right answer is parietal lobe. This region processes sensations such as touch, pressure, temperature, and pain. Which brain structure is most directly involved in emotional fear responses? Correct answer is amygdala. The amygdala detects threats and plays a major role in fear and emotional learning. Approximately what percentage of the body's total oxygen is consumed by the brain at rest? Correct answer is about 20%. Although the brain wakes up only about 2% of body weight, it uses around one fifth of the body's oxygen to function. Which statement about the human brain is correct? Correct answer is adult human typically have about 86 billion neurons. Scientists estimate that the adult human brain contains approximately 86 billion neurons, forming one of the most complex networks in nature. Which type of brain wave is most commonly seen during deep dreamless sleep? Correct answer is delta. Delta waves are the slowest brain waves and dominate deep restorative sleep. That's it for today's brain quiz. How many did you score out of 20? Comment your score below. If you enjoyed this quiz, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fun and challenging quizzes. Thanks for watching and see you in the next challenge.